Look at these things. They're so freaking small. It's a cool shot. My first impression of these lenses so far is that they're super lightweight, which is really nice when you're working by yourself. And I feel like I'm liking the images at first, and I feel like I'm just like having fun, like moving the camera around and shooting stuff. I'm using the E-mount versions is what they sent me, and I have the Nucleus Nano so that I can pull my own focus here. I've got the Axiom Cine View going into the Tilta V-mount plate, and then I've got a small rig V-mount battery, small HD Indy 5. It's really light, like it's actually pretty crazy. Maybe this is a good option. The Thypoch Simera Cs come with 5 lenses in a complete set. All of the lenses are T1.5 and come in E-mount or M-mount. They feature a 16-blade aperture resulting in smoother and rounder bokeh, and the lenses have a 210-degree focus throw for easy solo operation. But there's one thing about these lenses that makes them stand out to me in particular. These lenses are very well built and feel super solid in the hand. They're made from only aerospace grade aluminum alloy, which is different than a lot of cinema lenses which often use brass and mixed metals. This makes them a lot lighter. The Vespa 2s are made of similar material, and even those are 2 times the weight. So the Thypoch Simera Cs are extremely, extremely lightweight.
They're very small, which is cool.
I was really interested in testing the Simera Cs on a project with a small footprint, so we took them on a commercial shoot that we did in Delaware. The weight of the camera build made it easy to try shots, and it wasn't a pain to move the camera around.
Yeah, that's good. Open them like you're waking up.
I really like this shot of our talent in red light, which we set up in his driveway in a matter of minutes. Because these lenses are really small, they're super easy to travel with, and that allowed us to build an entirely separate FX3 that lived on a Ronin, which allowed us to get more dynamic shots as a small crew.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, this is so good though.
Besides their size being really convenient, the cost of these lenses is also super reasonable, which makes me feel a lot less precious about them than I would with more expensive lenses, which definitely lowered the anxiety level on this creek shot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh! And with the size and weight of these lenses, they're super friendly to creative rigs like this as well. The Simera Cs felt like they enhanced our creativity on set with minimal friction.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Overall, I found these lenses to be a pleasure to use because I really enjoyed their flexibility, and personally, I loved the images that I made with them. But I will say the size and flexibility of these lenses does come with some caveats. Now, there's no way to get around it. The focus breathing on these lenses is awful. That is one of the main Achilles heels of these lenses. I would definitely stay away from doing any large rack focus moves or any big focus pulls in general with these lenses, but I think for their intended use, which seems to be more of a run and gun filmmaking style, where you're not really pulling from like a distant background to a very, very foreground favored subject, I think they'll be fine. I would also ding these lenses on the case a little bit. Like, I don't know about this case, but I guess it's fine. I feel like I'm like about to go on like a business trip. It's pretty sweet that they do come with a case, but I have no confidence in this case protecting the lenses. I would not want to throw these lenses in the back of a box truck with a bunch of film equipment. You definitely want to be careful with these lenses in this case. As far as servicing these lenses, DZO does have a repair request form on their website. DZO is the parent company of Thypoch. The form does state that they have a 15-day turnaround on repair requests just to get back to you. If you need around-the-clock support for your lenses or your equipment, these lenses probably aren't the ones for you, but I think that given the price of them, that's totally fair.
It's not like you can
The Simera Cs work really well in the field on a small FX3 build, and Thypoch says that the lenses will work on an Alexa35 build with their M-mount adapter, which seems surprising to me given how small they are. I have the E-mount versions, but I'm a little skeptical that they're going to work that great on a bigger build like my Burano. Okay, so I know that I just said that these lenses wouldn't work well on larger camera builds, but I actually wanted to give this a try on the Burano because I have one. I could see using these lenses on the Burano in the future being really handy. So I've already started to build out the Burano here, and I'm gonna put the lenses on with some motors. I guess we'll throw the 28 on here. Why not? All right, I mean, it's pretty small. I feel like this is gonna be super light. I'll run this, maybe. Building cameras is like playing with adults' Legos. The one thing I wish that I did have is a matte box, but I don't own one, so I can't see how a matte box would fit on here.
A few minutes later.
Thank you so much.
Give me one thing.
There it is. Putting this back a little bit on the lens so that the matte box has a chance to fit. All right, this is not as stupid as I thought it was gonna be, first of all. I don't know, this like actually kind of works. It's tight for sure. So like, yeah, there's not a lot of room in between the matte box and the focus motor, but it definitely fits. Since the Burano does have this E-mount, they actually do work really, really well. And then you can take advantage of the variable ND and stuff that the Burano has to offer, and you can use these on some bigger shoots. See what the weight is like on this thing. I mean, yeah, it's pretty manageable. Like, I could see if you had a saddle, definitely ripping around with this thing handheld. Yeah, this is light, dude. So you definitely can use the Burano with the Thypoch Simera Cs. So what was I so curious about with the Thypoch Simera Cs? Well, the one thing I wanted to know is if it would make filming with a small crew fun, and I think these lenses succeeded. Because these lenses did work on my Burano, I feel like you could use them on smaller setups and larger setups. Aside from that, I really just enjoyed using the lenses. I thought the images we came up with were fantastic, and the camera was super easy to maneuver with the Thypoch Simera Cs, which allowed me to be less precious about it, and I think results in better shots. These are the most fun compact little cinema primes that I've ever used. They are lightweight and they are super affordable. Thypoch is currently having a Black Friday sale, the details of which I'm going to list here. If you use the link in my description, I will get a small kickback from that sale, which helps support future videos on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next video.